As a musician, how much does audio affect you? Like, the audio's bad.
A lot. I was recording yesterday night and there was feedback going on like all the time and I couldn't find out like what was the root of it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I thought after a year of Zoom that I'd finally understand, but as you could tell, I'm still struggling. What's up? My name is Tyler. I'm Alex's best friend on and off the map. My name is Tyler Ransom. I'm 20 years old. I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for about 13 years now. I'm a musician now, and I study in New York, doing guitar and jazz, living my best life, implementing the rules that I learned on the mat to my daily life.
That's like 13 years is like a good portion of your life, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And I have a kidney illness called nephrotic syndrome that I grew up with, and it had a lot of diversity growing. It gave me a lot of adversity growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to use jujitsu to help find my way. And it's something I use to spread awareness to this day, and I'm very grateful for it.
So I got a lot of different questions. I'll just jump around.
Yeah, I
But
sort of just gave you a bunch. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Just think of it as just us hanging out. That's how it pretty much is. So I mean, you started as a little kid. How was that like compared to now? Like, how were the classes when you were a little kid? Did you understand the techniques? Were the instructors kind of mean or nice?
It's definitely crazy. Especially because I started off doing kinder karate, so
Mm,
everyone around me was like my age. But then when I went to jujitsu and I started like progressing a lot faster because like I found out I had like a strong suit for grappling. That's when I think I was like 12 and they moved me to like the adult class with like all the blue belts, everyone that was
mm-hmm,
starting off adult wise. It was a whole new thing. The teachers were super nice, but like in terms of like finding a partner and like sparring, it was like a
mm-hmm,
whole new world to me. I was like 12 years old and like these white belts that didn't want to get beat by a child were like going
mm-hmm.
100%. And I was like, this is not like rolling with my friend Steve. We're like making a tag take. It was crazy.
And people don't realize how hard, like, there's always some like crazy blue belts that are and white belts that are going hard on kids and girls. Like, man, I've seen some things where they're just like it looks like a fight almost
Alex,
in sparring.
they go off the rails. It's crazy.
It's like, oh, 12 years old, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like like they backhand. It's like nah. This is my turf.
Did your dad ever like step in and like did it ever get to a point where your dad stepped in and like, no, stop?
No, no. If anything, he was like, this will develop character.
And you're just getting killed.
I was like, okay.
You're like asking for help. Help me.
Yeah. That would
Uh
be.
who was your favorite instructor? Because I remember you did like I remember your old website was Saving Tyler.
Yeah.
And I remember he had like, was it a YouTube channel where you were trained with like other high level instructors?
Yeah, so it was Healing Tyler and
Oh, Healing Tyler.
no, you're close, don't worry, Alec. And yeah, so I started off with the Gracies. I rolled around, met Ronda Rousey, Henry Akins, a lot of crazy people, Eddie Bravo, who's still my new friend, Covina Charles, there's a very like wide variety of people. I don't know if I have a favorite because each of them like stick out in their own way.
Mhm.
Like Sabrina, he definitely taught me how to look at things more technically. Eddie Bravo, like he like taught me like how to be like a lot like relaxed and not to like overstress. Which I guess shows in like 10th Planet in general. They're very
Mhm.
like it's a really beautiful like community they created. Hedon like taught me like the to always respect like the principles of the art you're doing. It's
Mhm.
they all like did their own in creating me. It was really beautiful.
Did you realize how lucky you were to like train with those like people? Isn't
Not
Because like,
not
say like you did the music equivalent of that, it'll be like all these platinum artists and stuff that, make millions of dollars every year.
yeah, no, I'm very fortunate. I didn't realize it until I think maybe like I was in my late teens and I was rolling with Cabrina and I was talking to someone on the mat and they were like worshiping Hito and Gracie and I was like, yeah, like
I trained with that guy.
as like as a child and they were like, what? And then that's when it started to hit. And then when I moved to New York in college, people were talking about Eddie Bravo, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, like he's
You got
like
a
a family.
video of you and Eddie, like, well, cool.
Yeah, and they were like, what? And then like even now, sometimes I sit down and I'm just like, wow, like my childhood was a bit different than the average Joe.
I mean, obviously you had your trials and tribulations, but also, I mean, you had some great experiences, right?
I did. It was absolutely crazy.
It brings me to my another question I had: East Coast versus West Coast.
Oh
Uh,
my
so,
god.
you just moved to New York, right?
I
So,
did.
tell us some of the cool things that you like about New York, East or the East Coast, and then like maybe some of the cons of living there.
The food is different. The food is
Mm.
different. I'll
Wait,
start
wait,
out.
wait. Is that good or bad?
It can be whatever you want it to be, Alec.
That's not helping me.
In some cases, it's better. In some cases, it's worse. Like I miss California tacos.
Mm.
Um, the
New
pizza
York is
is
not known for its tacos.
yeah, the pizza's a bit better in New York. I'm personally a deep dish person, but
Oh, whoa, whoa, man! Don't trigger everybody.
oh man, you're right. Sorry, you can get that out. But
Got a lot of New Yorkers on here.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
oh man, oh man. But the energy's insane.
Mm,
It's sort of like growing up in LA. Like I could walk around in flip flops, going to Cabrinias,
hmm.
ready to put my gi on, just letting my little piggies run free.
Yeah.
New York, if I walk around in flip flops, it's like game over. I can't do that. No one
Mm,
wants to see your piggies on the subway.
no.
But the energy's definitely crazy, creatively and just like and literally, it's something I'm still getting used to. I'm a very laid back person, so going
Mm,
to New York and where everything is like, I'm
yeah, it's
still
pretty quick.
I'm trying to get a handle on that.
What are some of the downsides to that New York lifestyle?
Um, Everyone is so in their own lane that it's hard to connect with people.
Hmm.
Yeah, like in Los Angeles, I had like my group of friends and like we were all ready to collab at any given moment. But in New York, everyone is like a bit like tunnel vision. At least like the kids I go to school with, tunnel vision. They all have their eyes on the prize, and it's hard to really get out of that bubble. And they're all really aggressive as well. I'm not used to people being aggressive. I'm a lover, not a fighter, man. And they are fighters over lovers.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I've spent a little bit of time, not too much time on both coasts. But yeah, definitely West Coast is usually more chill, relaxed, surfer vibes, jujitsu vibes. East Coast is definitely more like high energy, I think. A little bit more like, screw you.
Exactly. Hey, yo, I'm walking over here. Actually, they're gonna criticize me if I.
It's fine. It doesn't have to be, it's close enough. They know what we're talking about.
Okay, sweet. I like
Uh,
the in the shed shirt, by the way.
huh?
Awesome.
Yeah, I had to find it, guys. Had to find my, I had it and I was like, I gotta wear this for the interview. I can't just wear some regular t-shirt.
Sick.
So that leads me to, so you're a musician. How did you get into music? Like what got you into it?
Yeah. So despite the buzz cut, when I was like in middle school, I had a huge afro,
Mm.
and people started calling me Jimi Hendrix, and I didn't really understand. I played saxophone in like my concert band, and so I was deep into like jazz, and then they were like, "Yeah, no, Jimi Hendrix," and I'm like, "I don't know who that is." So then I went home, and I saw a video of him performing live and smashing his guitar on stage and setting it on fire, and I was hooked, and I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, can I buy a guitar?" And the rest is sort of history. I started writing songs at 13, and then now I go to school studying music. It's sort of the dream. I'm very like honored to do it. But yeah, all throughout high school, I stayed home in my room just playing guitar,
Mhm.
writing solos, and now music is like a big part of me.
And have you been doing releasing an album every year?
Every 2 years, I've
Every
been
2 years?
trying. Yeah,
So my favorite song is off of Prom Night album, and it's Burger Boy. That's my favorite.
nice. That's a classic. Everyone likes that. Likes Burger Boy. It's deep in the heart. It's my root,
Mhm.
my foundation.
Who are your favorite artists? So I'll keep it like in the music industry, and so you can do like the big people, and then maybe some of the underground people that we probably don't even know about.
Oh, okay, okay. I dig that. Um, well, some right now. Actually, this morning I just caught Claro tickets.
Mm,
Claro is she's a cool artist. I like her. I don't know if you're aware of her.
I'm not, but I will be checking her out.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way, just in a interested in music kind of way.
Nice, nice save. I
Hmm.
like Clara, big Frank Ocean, Jimi
Mm,
Hendrix, um, George Benson fan. I'm a big fan
hmm.
of those. In terms of like underground, I mean, I don't know if he's underground anymore. He played at Lollapalooza, but his name is Cautious Clay. He's
You're
from
not.
Chicago.
He's not underground at that point.
My friend Carter Ace, well, not my friend. My friend plays guitar for him. Carter Ace is a cool underground musician in
Mm,
LA. He's doing crazy stuff right now. Sachi, he's also from LA. He's doing great stuff right now, music wise. They're not headlining Lollapalooza, so I could say
mm.
they're underground.
How is that? How is it? Would you consider yourself an underground artist?
Um, I'm just happy to be considered an artist, if I'm being honest.
Very humble answer.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess underground. I'm just doing what I do. I'm vibing on and
Hmm.
off the mat.
How much of that is kind of I want to say influenced by jujitsu? Most jujitsu people are very relaxed, very calm.
Definitely growing up, like when I was doing karate or Muay Thai, I was a lot more like uppity up. And then when
Mm,
I started jiu-jitsu, like I guess I really clicked with that because I really liked my teachers and like the type of aura it has. So jiu-jitsu definitely plays a big like it played a big role in like how I am now.
hmm,
The laid back and just like, you know, whatever happens happens mentality. And
hmm.
yeah, jiu-jitsu's I think people don't like realize like the power it has. Like not just as an art form, just like in general.
I mean, it can be good or bad, I think. But
That's true. If you go on the BJJ Reddit, it's like there's a
oh
war there
Jesus,
all the time. It's crazy.
I I post on there. It's not always the easiest place to be a
You
part
are
of.
you're a strong man, Alec. You are very strong.
I just don't like really interact too much. I just post my little video and get out of there. I don't like because you can really like you know, there are a lot of trolls on there. There's just like a lot of trolls.
So many.
Yeah, too many. Where does your creativity come from? And can you tell us a little bit about your creative process? Like if you're gonna make a song or something, like what kind of process do you go through?
For the longest time, I would just sit down. I would light incense, and I would just start writing, and I would like just hope that something comes. I would just start writing to write, and
Mhm.
I realized like a couple years, not a couple, like 2 years ago, that like that wasn't the best way to do it, and I realized you can't really force art. So now I just wait for it to come to me, whether that be like I'm in the middle of practicing, and then I have this crazy idea, and then I just follow it, or I'm just sitting down in class and I write a line I really like, and then I just, Mom, if you're watching this, I still pay attention in class. I just,
It's like
yeah, but I sort of just let it come to me naturally. I
mm,
don't try to force it anymore because I found out nothing good comes when you do that. I guess, never mind. That's a bad analogy, so I'm not
no,
gonna
I
do that.
think that was pretty accurate.
And then yeah, that's my creative process. Then like I sort of, I guess like New York people, I have tunnel vision, and once I like start doing something, I can't stop. I can't start anything else before I finish that. Sometimes like
Mm,
I spend a week on a song or even a whole month because I just want to
mm.
get this one thing down and get it right, and then you know move on to the next thing.
I'm thinking you said like not forcing. You can't force the creativity. You can't force yourself to make a song. That kind of reminds me a lot of jujitsu. Like trying to get a submission. Like you can't always force the submission. Sometimes you got to set it up, and you have to wait for the person to fall into the submission. It's not always something you can like will.
Exactly, you can't go zero to hero,
Mm,
you know, and you got to spend your whole month learning how to escape the mound before you can learn how to do like the triangle from the mound or something, one at a time.
yeah, one at a time. Um, what are you working on in your music now? Like, what are you focusing on?
Yeah, it's getting pretty. Sorry, there's a plane.
That's fine. It's New York. It's a lot of sounds and people.
It's in the when I got out of quarantine in January, I was getting super into Childish Gambino in
Mm,
regards to like
That's a
He's
talented dude, right?
yeah,
Like
he's
writing, acting, music.
exactly. Um, Long story short, I'm doing a screenplay right now. I'm having an album come out next year, and I'm gonna have a short film and a screenplay be released at the same time as that,
Mm,
and create a tiny world with that. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, those three things are happening next year. So I'm deep in that right now.
it's awesome,
I
man.
just got I just got back some color palettes. I finally got my actors. It's all coming
Mm,
together. It's beautiful. Alec is not gonna be in it, guys. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not, I'm not gonna, maybe one day. A little, what's the word where you just kind of pop up the guy like,
The cameo.
yeah, a little cameo. Like, is that dude? Yeah, that's me.
That's that.
So we've been talking a lot about jujitsu. I know you and your pops are really big into working out. Like, how did you guys get into that?
Yeah, he was a bodybuilder when he was like 16. So muscle building, or not muscle building, just like working out in general has just been, and fitness has been like a big part of his life. And I guess like when I became like 14, or like when I started in puberty and it was
Mhm.
safe for me to go to the gym, straight off to LA Fitness I went. And ever since, I took notes whenever we would work out on like the reps, what type of exercise, proper form,
Mm.
and it sort of stuck with both of us. Uh, Came back to visit LA. We went to Gold's Gym. He loves legs. I love chest. We battled it out on the mat, and the rest is history. But working out is like a big bonding thing between us both.
And then who's your favorite bodybuilder or bodybuilders?
Oh man, I don't know if I can. Reddit's gonna go crazy with this one. I Oh man, I'm blanking right now. This is so embarrassing. I know he's gonna watch this too.
I kind of have an idea who you want to talk about, but I want to see you struggle to remember.
I'm gonna.
Flex Wheeler.
It may be Flex Wheeler. I think so. Just because, or the um,
So the guy. Just describe him. I can probably.
he always says like lighter than a peanut.
Oh, Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah,
Lightweight,
Ronnie Coleman.
baby.
Yeah, that's it. Sometimes I watch his YouTube videos like to hype myself up.
Mm.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Right. So nobody want to lift this heavy ass weight.
Mhm.
Like nothing but a peanut. This is lightweight, and I'm like, yeah. I'm going
You're
train.
making songs like, yeah, lightweight.
This is lightweight. This is easy. He's nice. He's tight.
There's a few bodybuilders. There's one on a YouTube, Kali Muscle. He does some rapping too, and it's like one more rep. It's like his songs about like lifting in the gym.
You have to write that down. I may need that.
He's popular, yeah. He's not the best artist, but it's just like
He's underground. He's underground.
I mean he's pretty big on YouTube, so I can't say he's underground, but I don't know.
That's me getting my pen.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman and I said Flex Wheeler. And I think he had also maybe a similar was a kidney disease that he had as well or something.
I believe so. I don't want to.
Didn't you meet him? I thought you met him.
I-
Yeah, I think you did. I saw the pictures.
This is embarrassing. This is
It's like, I mean, I think you were a little pretty young.
yeah, but we went to my dad and I would go to Mr. Olympia as well.
Oh well, you should know this then.
Yeah. The bodybuilding, pretty crazy, pretty crazy.
So we talked about bodybuilding. So documentaries, filming. So you have a documentary in the shed. How was that? I mean, it was a long process, huh? Like, tell us a little bit about that and how you
Yeah.
felt when it was finally done.
So In the Shed is a documentary that I made with my father and my sister. It's basically talking about my life with a kidney illness and how we, as a family, overcame that adversity.
Mhm.
We talked about jujitsu a lot, how that played a role in spreading awareness. My foundation, Healing Tyler, a bunch of other things. Go watch it on Vimeo. Incredible. But yeah, so it's basically watching it was definitely a trip. Like watching my sister and I talk like when we were like tiny children to watching us now when like we both have hit puberty and our voices are like deeper.
Mhm.
That's crazy. And just like seeing the impact that even jujitsu has had on me, how my thinking has changed with my kidney illness, it's really inspiring. So I can only, and I'm really happy that it struck a chord with other people as well, because it's really all about making a difference, and I'm happy about that.
I feel like the biggest value is that, you can go back and watch that, 10, 20, 30 years, say you have kids, you can show that to them. So I think that's like the most valuable asset. You're always going to have that with you and your family to always look back on.
Crazy. It's a time capsule.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The last thing I wanted to touch on is the importance of consistency. So I'm nowhere near as creative as you. I do my little videos and my little podcasts.
You're killing it, Alec. Whenever like I'm on my
Trying.
Instagram feed and I see like your podcast and it's like how to escape half guard, I'm like, oh, I need this, and I save it, and then I watch it later.
So the consistency, like how important is being consistent for you? Like as far as like, it could be like studying or, always working on your music or whatever.
It's super important because I think then it becomes a habit, and then as it becomes a habit, then you just get better at it just naturally if you put in time every day. No days off, don't overthink it all. I guess it's like jujitsu. You can't spar every day because that's like painful, but like if you like spend 10 minutes a day like working on your shrimp, soon enough like you'll be doing shrimps like crazy. But consistency is crazy. It's very important. I feel like without it I wouldn't really have guidance, or like I wouldn't be as hard on myself, and I wouldn't push myself as hard. Consistency is how you grow, and it's how you maintain a steady growth. That was a lot of answers.
I kind of think about bodybuilding, like, you don't just go to the gym one time a week and you think you're gonna be Ronnie Coleman. You gotta get in that gym almost every day. You gotta hit your hard sets, and lots of sets, lots of reps,
lots of screaming.
And it takes time. You don't just overnight turn into a bodybuilder. It's like you slowly develop, your body slowly evolves into that finished product.
That's true.
Tyler, shout out all your stuff, all your albums, videos, social media.
So you can find me on Instagram at Alec Balding.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
So you can find me on Instagram playing guitar at Soulful Playing. Watch my documentary In the Shed with my father and sister on Vimeo. TylerRansom.com to find my music. Tyler Ransom on Spotify. Yada yada yada. God bless. Drink water. You can't fight love. Hug someone today, or social distance. I mean, fist bump someone. Air hug today.
Air hug. All right, Tyler, that's good, man. Thank you, buddy. Nothing. It wasn't too hard, was it?
No. Did I do all right?
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
Okay.
Ben, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on. And giving me some of your time. I know you're a busy kid or busy young man. You're not a kid anymore.
No, thank you for having me on, Alec. I'm very honored. This is exciting.
Yeah, and I'll let you know. I'll tag you and everything when I post.
Beautiful. All right, Alec. I'll see you later.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Love.